Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visiting East Coast Honda, and I'm checking out a 2021 Honda CR-V in the EXL trim level. This vehicle is sitting on 235/60 Bridgestone tires wrapped around 18-inch alloy wheels with a gloss gray finish. It also has four-wheel disc brakes with ventilated rotors in the front and solid rotors in the back. The name of this color is Platinum White Pearl. And the sun is shining right now, so hopefully you can get an idea of what the color looks like. You can see it's not just a regular white color, it is a pearl coat, so you can see little flakes in there hopefully, and just a nice sheen to it. You can see little speckles of different colors in the white paint. So looking here on the front, you can see it has some gloss black and chrome here at the top. Your radar adaptive cruise control is right in here. Matte black surfaces here on the bottom. I'm glad this is a white vehicle so you can check out all the features a little bit better, so you can make them pop out a little bit better. So there's a little bit of a metallic accent here, and silver, I guess you can say, and matte black. Now the headlights are halogen powered for your low and your high beams. Your low beams are on a projector, your high beams are on a reflector. You also have LED fog lights as well. Taking a look at the profile here, that matte black surface continues from the front all the way around each wheel well, across the base of the vehicle as well. And the doors go all the way to the bottom, so it kind of covers up that threshold area, keeping it somewhat clean. The door handles and upper portion of the side mirror are body colored. The pillars are a matte black, kind of solidifying the glass here. You have privacy glass here in the back, and all the glass is surrounded by a chrome strip. So there's a chrome strip all the way around. This is what the key looks like, and it's a proximity key system. And it's designed to where you can just keep this in your pocket and use the vehicle 100%. Now, it's a full proximity key system. It does have some useful buttons here, lock and unlock, the remote start, the ability to open up the power liftgate, and a panic button. Let's go ahead and push that. And the weight of the key is kind of heavy because of this metal portion here on the end, where there is a physical key on the inside as well. Other than that, it's fairly light. The rest of the key is light, and it's nice and smooth and contoured, easy to hold in your hand, put in your pocket, and just kind of keep with you. As long as it's in your pocket, in a bag, as long as it's within a close proximity of the outside of the driver or passenger side door, you can lock the doors by pushing, actually just placing your finger over the sensor indicated by these little lines right here. Push that, locks the door. To unlock it, you simply put your hand behind the handle. It has a sensor back here and allows you access to the vehicle. Now this is only if you have the key on the outside of the door. You also have a physical key location here on the driver's side only. Now I mentioned that the door goes all the way to the bottom of the vehicle, so all the way down here, and there's a seal actually as well on the door. So when you close the door, it keeps dirt from getting in that threshold area, and hopefully keep your clothes clean when you're getting in and out of the vehicle. All right, so here's the inside of the passenger side door. And check it out, it has some nice wood grain there, and it's a tan color with black and metallic accents here. Soft touch surfaces are here at the very top, right here, and around your arm, of course. And the bottom is a hard touch. This is enclosed, so you can utilize that as a pocket. And then you have pockets there at the bottom, as well as a water holder, a lot of water bottle holder there. Kind of extends back into here quite a ways. So I don't know if you can see this. You may not know this, but it goes way in there. It goes way in there like so. And if you were to put stuff in there, you can lose it if you're not careful. So I'm not sure why it goes all the way back here without access to it. It goes, I don't know, a good 8 or 10 inches back there. All right, so there's a threshold area. And there is a power seat for the passenger, but it doesn't go up and down. It just slides forward and back and then tilt here. These are leather trim seats. And you can see it has the perforations here on the center portion and then smooth leather here on the outside. Alright, there's the floorboard. Plenty of room. Very little tapering in here. Just plenty of wide open space. This is a hard touch, so is that. So keep that in mind as far as your leg room there. There's lots of room, but once you start bumping into the surfaces, there will be a hard plastic. It has lockable glove compartment and a smooth plastic on the inside. This is all hard touch. Up here, soft touch here and here and here. So you can see how wide the front door is. So you can see it's really wide, this whole area right here. And the swing of the door is wide as well. And the back door, not quite as wide as far as the opening, but the swing of the door is a little bit wider. And that really is pretty awesome, because even though the door opening is smaller, you still have that, the door doesn't get in your way. So having the door swing out like that is fantastic. So the back door is similar styling as the front. And hard touch surfaces though, they're soft here and here. So there's more hard touch, but it looks, as far as the styling goes, just like the front. And this doesn't go as far back as the front does. Here's a pocket on the back of the front seat here on the passenger side, but not the driver's side. So there's some vents back here and 2 USB charge ports. Kind of medium-sized hump there in the center part. Plenty of leg room back here. So the back seat is basically a bench seat, and it has armrest and cup holders here in the center. You can lift those up and you can utilize the center portion. There's 3 seat belts back here. There's also a latch system for car seats, and they're kind of in here. You can feel right in here is a space where you can latch to them. So it kind of gives you a spot to get to it, but there's no cover or anything, so that's good. Taking a look at the back of the vehicle, there's a body color shark fin antenna here in the very top. And then the third brake light is at the top of the glass, in that little spoiler there. There is a rear wiper and some chrome there. Now the tail lights are mostly LED for your turn signal and tail lights, but there is a standard bulb for your reverse light. The backup camera is quite a bit offset, so you can see it's kind of tacked on looking. Instead of being in the middle of the vehicle, it's over here. Quite noticeable as well, especially on the white color. The exhaust is pretty well hidden. So opening up the power liftgate, you can of course use the key, or we can push a button, and the button is right under here. Alright, so this is the shade that you can take out. So for one thing, it slides back like so, but you can take it completely out when you need to. So if you have all the seats occupied with the passengers, this is your cargo space, which is a pretty good amount. There is a light on both sides, which is nice. You can see there's a light there. A little bit of more storage space here on the left side. Here on the right side, there's a light, and a little bit more there. You can see these little latches right here. That's for lowering these seats. We'll get to that in just a minute. Here's this floor, and you can actually raise and lower this load floor. But let me lift it up so you can see the spare tire and tools. Quite a bit of insulation here as well. But if we want to lower the load floor, just pull it and then push it like so. And that's a lower floor. Or we can put stuff underneath it if we want. Now when we lower this floor, this floor doesn't match when we fold the seats down. It's a little bit lower than the other side. So this area is going to be a little bit higher. So if you need a flat floor, this is not going to accomplish that. So when we fold these seats down, we can just pull this lever and we can fold down one or the other. You see it goes down, or both. So we can add to our cargo space while still maintaining passenger space, or we can fold them both down and have a really wide open space. And when the seats go down, the bottom portion goes down as well. So that way it gives you as low as they possibly can get as far as the load floor. Lowering the power liftgate, you can just push this button and it comes right on down. To start it up, as long as we have the key inside the vehicle, we just put our foot on the brake, hold it, and push this button right here. Here's the floorboard in front of the driver's seat. Now the floor mats are not in place, but when they do put them in place, there's actually 2 spots where they hook and hold it in place for you. So that way it doesn't slide around on you. There's your accelerator and brake pedal. Nice footrest here on the left side that's protected with a hard plastic. So let's take a look under the hood. To raise the hood, there is a latch a little bit to the left of center. So you reach in right here, move it to the right, and lift up. You see there's the latch. Now, a little bit of weight to the hood, but not too bad. It does require a prop to hold it up. There's the prop there, and you lift it up. It goes right where that arrow is pointing. There's insulation on the underside of the hood. There's also a seal around the edges as well. There on the back as well. And this helps out with airflow, but also noise. There's an insulated firewall, insulated battery, which is easy to get to. So the intake is there in the back and the exhaust is here in the front. Quite a bit of space there in the back of the engine. This vehicle is powered by a 1.5 liter direct injection turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, pumping out 190 horsepower. And this is paired to a CVT, continuously variable transmission. Now this particular vehicle is the all-wheel drive. The indicator for the blind spot and rear cross traffic alert system is here in the side mirrors. You can see that little car that lights up when there's a vehicle in your blind spot. So the inside of the driver's side doors, just like the passenger side, except for it has a few more buttons. So there's 2 presets for your power seat right in here. So there's your power windows, power door locks, and the side mirrors are adjusted here. You just pick a side. The front 2 power windows are automatic. The rear 2, you will have to hold them to go up and down. The driver's side seat has a power seat just like the passenger side, except for it has a lot more features. It has the ability to go up and down, tilt the seat. It's like a dentist chair basically, and then you have the tilt to the back, and you have a 4-way lumbar adjustment. So the driver's seat always has to one-up the passenger seat, and this one quadruple ups, I guess you could say. To the left of the steering column, there's a little storage cubby right in here. Put some change or whatever, and then you have some buttons. Traction control off button, default will be on. Same thing with the forward collision warning, you can turn that off here. Has the ability to lift the power liftgate, that's that button here, and the road departure mitigation system you can turn that feature off here, or on and off, has a little indicator light. The steering column is a tilt and telescoping steering column, and you lock it in place with this lever right here. Just push it back. It's all the way back in here, so you have to locate it. I'm sitting in the driver's seat checking it out, and I have the seat all the way back and all the way down. And I'm 6 feet tall, just to give you an idea of what the legroom looks like. Nice knee room, and basically I would have it almost all the way back. I'd probably have to pull it up a little bit more, but this is a pretty good seating position for me. I could have it all the way back or a little bit more forward. It has a leather wrapped steering wheel, and it has a pretty good thickness and a little bit of give in the hand, so it's not like a super hard steering wheel. It feels pretty comfortable, and it feels grippy enough. So here on the right side, there's some buttons. So this is your cruise control. So you have this main button right here. That turns everything on, include your cruise control, also safety features as well. So this is the regular cruise control is set, resume, and cancel, right? Well, it has this little button here on the right side for your adaptive cruise control, and you can set the distance between the vehicle, your vehicle, and the vehicle in front of you, and it'll keep a set distance and lower your speed when needed. Also have the lane keeping assist, so this will actually help you, steer the steering wheel a little bit, keeping you in your lane. It's not going to drive you around or anything, but just gives a little bit less fatigue while you're driving. Here on the left side, there's a volume for your radio, and then your Bluetooth, so you can answer, hang up, and then voice recognition is here. This enter and these arrows correspond with a screen between the gauges. We'll get to that in just a minute. Windshield wiper controls are here on the right side, and the turn signals here on the left side. It also has your headlight controls, so you have off, parking light, automatic, and then your headlights on. Fog lights are controlled here. So here's your gauges. Now there's physical gauges, one on each side. So your fuel gauge is here on the right side, and your engine coolant temperature is there on the left. But right there in the center is a screen. It shows your digital speedometer at the very top, your tachometer, your RPMs, and some more information there in the center. You also have a clock, your odometer, outside temperature, that kind of stuff. So you remember these buttons right here. So you have the enter, the arrows, also this pages button. So when we go to the screen, I'm going to push the pages button, and you can see it brings up these icons, so I can choose a topic. So the first one here is the fuel economy. We can push enter and get information about that. The next one is driver attention, just to let you know how well you're driving according to the car. Maybe it's time for a break. It might pop up if you're swerving around on the road or something like that. It kind of keeps an eye on what you're doing as far as your input. And the next one is your all-wheel drive system, letting you know how much power is going to each wheel. It's an automatic system. Next is your oil life. The next one is your radio. So once you have this up, you can change to the channels and stuff like that. I don't have a phone paired, but this will show like your caller ID information, stuff like that. The next one you can change to kilometers per hour if you need to. So that's kind of a quick rundown. It's fairly simple. It does have some additional information there that you can select for the bottom, but basically digital speedometer, tachometer, and your odometer and outside temperature, clock, that kind of thing. Alright, so we have our four-way flashers are here, and then you have a touch screen with an actual volume knob. And it has some soft touch buttons here on the end. And right here, so we have the home button. We can push that. And it shows this. We can select what we want. It's kind of like a cell phone where it has these little icons in this particular case. So we have audio, phone, back button here. So you can see audio, phone, information settings. There's a little bit more information on the screen, but you can quickly go to certain things here. So let's go to the audio so you can see what it looks like. It has album art here on the satellite radio, and you have presets there at the bottom. You can change your audio source here. So you have AM, FM, satellite radio, USB, Bluetooth, iPod, Pandora, and also Apple CarPlay, Android Auto connectivity. All right, go back home. Once you pair your phone, you have information there as far as your phone book, recent calls, that kind of stuff. Information, so this pops up about your vehicle, basically. Trip, computer, voice information, clock. So let's go to, let's go back here. Let's go here. And let's go to the clock with the wallpaper. So that's pretty neat. You can change the wallpaper. And I like the way you can focus on the time and date if you need to. Different clock types. You can have an analog clock if you want. We'll choose that. All right. So that's pretty neat. Smartphone connection, that's your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Settings, as you can set up the vehicle here. You also see your climate control here on the corners and a digital clock. Just stays there in the corner if you don't have the full-size clock up. Okay, so down here is your climate control. So you notice you have the temperatures there at the top. So you have the temperatures. But down here, you have your temperature adjustments. So you have a dial here on the left side and the right side for your temperature adjustments. You can sync these. So that's your driver and passenger, and you can sync them if you want, but default would be separate. You can just adjust it separately. When you push this climate button, it pops up on the screen. Basically what's going on with your climate, and you can change where you want the air to blow. You can turn the air conditioner on and off, and then your fan speed there. Of course, you can do your fan speed here as well. Recirculate the air, front and rear defrosters. It also has heated seat controls. So you have a high, medium, and low, and off. So it's a 3-stage heated seat. You have electronic parking brake here. So to engage it, you lift up on it. To disengage it, you push and hold the brake and push it down, and it engages the rear wheels. You also have a brake hold feature, which will hold the brakes for you when you come to a complete stop, say at a stop sign, stoplight, or traffic or something. It'll just hold the brakes until you push the accelerator. Here on the right side, this is your automatic stop start feature. You can idle stop. You can turn off this feature if you don't want the engine to turn off when you come to a complete stop. And then you have an eco or economy mode, so this will emphasize fuel economy and cut back on your performance a little bit. Okay, so here is the shifter, and it's pretty good size. Doesn't seem to get in the way too much. I mean, there's not like pockets or anything to get to, so that's pretty good. When we put it in reverse, backup camera pops up here. We have different views. So it's a top-down, more linear, and then a super wide view. All right, there's neutral, drive, sport, and then a low. So you keep on going down there. There's a low range too, in case you need engine braking. You can use that. All right, so continuing down here, we have USB inputs here and here. So there's a USB. This is where your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto would have to be connected. And then you have a storage pocket there, cup holders. These have little articulating arms. And here's a little storage compartment here as well, and a nice tray that moves out of the way. So you can put stuff here, slide it back out of your way, and put some more stuff in here. It goes in there quite a ways. There's also a 12-volt power supply in there as well. Here's your armrest, and it is very soft. It bottoms out. You have to really push it hard for it to bottom out, but it's nice and soft, and slides forward like so, slides back, and then it lifts up. So this lifts up and then accesses that same pocket we were talking about here. So you can put stuff here if you want. So this slides back, and then you can lift this up like so. So that way you can access this whole compartment here. So the rearview mirror is an auto dim rearview mirror, and so it's not actually auto dimming right now. Sometimes it does. Let me see if I can turn it with my finger over the light sensor. Sometimes I can get it to turn on. But anyways, that's an auto dim rearview mirror. Up here you have some tap lights. This is for all your interior lights. You can turn them all on, all off. If you put it in a center position, they turn on with the door. There's a little ambient light right here when your headlights are on at nighttime to give you a little bit of illumination in the inside, in the very center. This is for your sunroof. We'll get to that in a minute. And here's your HomeLink garage door opener controls. You have a place to put some shades. It has a foam insert. You lift it up and drop it there. And there's a little conversation mirror. Now the visors are a cloth material, just like the headliner, and they have a mirror and light. And that's it. There's no clip or anything. It'd be nice if it clipped. They do extend out though. It'd be nice to have a little clip to put your registration or whatever. Okay, so the sunroof. So here's the sunroof. It actually has a shade that covers 100% of the light when you need it. But you can tilt it up, tilt it down, or slide it. All right, let's look at the visibility in the back. So, pretty good. I mean, it has pillars in the back, of course, and I folded one seat down so you get an idea of what it's all about as far as how much the headrests get in the way. They kind of line up with the pillars anyway. But there's lots of glass. There's little windows back there behind the back doors, so it helps out. So I've seen worse. It's not bad at all, really. Of course, it has the blind spot detection system, rear cross traffic alert, and the camera system and all that stuff to help you out. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you to East Coast Honda here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I'll see you guys next time.